Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, episode 54, and we are...
Cautious. Be constant.
Oh. I was gonna say we are hitting up at Sura, but...
Did you see those awful verses by the kitchen?
They weren't that bad.
It was hers.
Rhyme.
That's pretty funny. They weren't that bad, says in her own defense. Do I have the wrong location? No, because this is the Runga. Atsura's down here. Maybe I need to reload because of Maya's quest. I bet that's probably the case. Oh, no, this is Atsura. He's just in a weird position.
Clear skies.
Whoops. He tilts his head as he watches you, his eyes unblinking. I destroyed the luminous Adra at Pokakahara.
Excellent. My reports confirm a certain amount of confusion in Queen's birth.
He smiles. Moderate positive reputation gained with Royal Deadfire Company. Gained 1458 quest experience and total 7,220 quest experience.
Nevertheless, I'm more interested in reports the storms around the islands have cleared. What do you know of this?
He leans a little closer, his hands folded behind his back. Ooh, metaphysics answer. Strong concentrations of essence affect the physical world. That's how blights manifest, for instance.
Fascinating. And most encouraging. You've proven most valuable. Accept this as a small token of our gratitude.
He hands you a purse, but his expression is distant, as if he's still thinking about what you told him. Again, moderate positive reputation gained with the Royal Deadfire Company, and we get 1250 copper.
We'd long suspected something unnatural was behind the storms, but we had little evidence.
The smile playing at his lips is that of a man who's seen the next 3 moves in a game of Hazatoa. Rawatai is plagued with terrible storms. You think there may be a connection.
Yes. If the storms that assail Rawatai have a similarly unnatural origin, then perhaps they too can be stopped.
He looks back up at you, his eyes bright with purpose.
And if that's the case, then there's more work to be done. Work that you might be able to help with.
Another silence passes as he regards you.
After all, somebody has to keep the peace in these tumultuous times, no?
Is that what you do with assassinations? He smiles, showing you all of his pointed teeth.
In any case, Hazanui Karu has a matter that could use your help.
Nice.
Her office is on the main floor behind the large double doors. It's most conspicuous.
He frowns a little. Okay. I'm gonna save.
Clear skies.
Maya has business with you.
Indeed. I hope we return victorious.
He turns to her with a bold, almost confrontational stare, a look that seems to mirror her own.
It's done in any case. I'll leave you to decide what victory means.
Palagina tips her head up and smiles. I feel like if I pressure, he's just gonna be like... But I would rather know than not know. Atsura, care to explain what you've been up to?
Maya has been assisting with plans to work toward peace in some of the more tumultuous parts of Deadfire.
He raises his eyebrows. Okay, peace in more tumultuous parts. So, killing Governor Castol is peace in a tumultuous... Okay, that's just killing one of the leaders of a rival company. It's not peace. Killing the Storm Shaper, or the Storm Speaker, in Port Mage. That's definitely not peace. And then killing the Ranga Ruanu in Tigawara. How the fuck is that peace? Like, no, you're horseshit, Atsura.
Oh, peace to some.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Serpent strokes his braided beard beneath a quiet smirk.
Peace to all. One day.
He stares her down with a challenge in his eyes.
I'm certain Harama would agree. He's well, after all, thanks to your decisive action.
He cocks his head.
Twaha reports success and sends her thanks for your swift intervention. You have aided your countrymen with distinction. There is no higher honor to which a trencher may ascribe.
Well, if they're all dead, the Deadfire Company will reign without resistance, and thus peace will prevail. Yep, that's I guess that is the way, right? It's peaceful if we kill everyone who doesn't agree with us. fucking Deadfire Company, man. That is sometimes how it be. He tilts his head towards her, emphasizing his words.
But what of your own assignment?
I'm gonna let her take the 4 on this one, so I'm just gonna say nothing.
Nothing that a mountain of bronze Oas won't cure.
Rawatai reasoning at its finest, absolutely.
Rawatai values your service, as do I. And I can think of no better reward for the rough country's finest sharpshooter than a piece such as this.
Ooh, weapon. He reaches below his desk for an arquebus, which he presents to her with stiff formality. You have gained the 3 bells through. Sweet. Alright, we'll take a look at that here in a second.
I won't keep you. I know you both have plenty of business to attend to.
Okie dokie. That's that. Alright. We've got
Yes,
conversation
I'd be
with
glad to.
Maya. Let's do that first.
I feel like I should set the record straight.
Maya folds her arms and wraps her knuckles against her bicep. Go on.
I didn't get into this business so I could shoot first in a battle that hadn't even started, you know? I know the Ranganui wants to see results, but I never thought any of us would be complicit in something like assassination. We're shooting at people with dangerous ideas, and assuming the ideas will die with them.
I take it you never asked these sorts of questions while fighting with the Navy.
It's a little different when the enemy's ship is turning about, their cannons glinting like a spider's eyes.
Just a little different, yeah.
You don't find time for a lot of deep ethical discussions.
Funny sentiment from an expert marksman. I don't want to go with that. That sounds dismissive. You sound ambivalent.
Yashiz is a good listener, but he's too dumb to offer much perspective.
Oof.
I could use some of yours right about now.
Maya gives you an inquisitive look. I'm concerned that assassination sets the wrong precedent. I am concerned that assassination sets the wrong precedent. Bullets are cheaper than armies. You're sparing lives and resources. This is a hard path to defend. History won't be kind. Or Rawatai can't compete with Valian funds, Principe numbers, or Huana power. I don't think that that's necessarily true either. So we are... What are we? Are Knights of St. Elka? So honest and diplomatic are the routes that give us bonuses, but I kind of feel like benevolent here is kind of like the good answer, right? Or the real answer. I'm concerned that assassination sets the wrong precedent.
You're saying maybe this isn't a memory we want to take home?
Nodding to herself, Maya seems less thoughtful and more resolved. She cracks her neck and rolls her shoulder, letting out a relieved sigh.
You could be right. If we let this sort of thing spin out of control, it won't do us any good in the long run.
It absolutely will not. Because it's a scenario of if you permit assassination, right? If assassination is a tool in your kit, where does it stop, right? It's that scenario. It's, well, we only assassinate bad people. but how bad of a person, right? How big does the danger have to pose to condone assassination? It's not a slippery slope. It's a fucking avalanche of morals and ethics. It's fucking horrendous.
If we go Sura's way, we had better be sure that killing the right people makes a difference. Damn sure.
Fucking damn sure. Super damn sure.
And if we fall back on what we know, cannons, sieges, occupation, we'd better commit to fighting a moving target.
Yeah.
We won't succeed if we don't understand the tribes. And something tells me that we aren't there yet.
Pikehu's lips curve in an approving smirk. The tribes have the entire archipelago as their battleground.
I'm sure the Navy would love to test their might against a challenge, even if Atsura is worried about the cost.
Let's be off. Okay, we've got a level on Palagina, and we've got a new gun. So let's take a look at the new gun first. We've got 3 bells through. Starts out superb. Has an area of effect. Okay, let's read. This arquebus was the personal tool of Devio Fortunito, a Valian gun for hire. It utilizes a powerful black rune powder blend and fires conical slugs through a spiral-threaded barrel. The gun is unmatched in range and penetrative power. Devio used it to great effect over his bloody career. His most noteworthy act of marksmanship took place at the funeral of Agati Salagna, a minor functionary of the Valian Shipwrights Guild. The guildsman, though 2 days dead by Devio's hand no less, drew quite a crowd to his interment service. Throngs of mourners filled the chapel of Berath and the gardens of Revua. Among the crowd was none other than Traria Salagna, the head of the Salagna clan, and a brazenly corrupt bureaucrat. She was Devio's target. Devio, perched atop the nearby ducal mausoleum, was annoyed to find his sight line to Traria obstructed by the chapel's bells. While it complicated the shot, it would not save Traria. Devio took aim and fired. The slug punched through the 3 brass bells, sounding a chime that drowned out the gun's report. The crowd, startled by the sudden cacophony, watched in horror as the Salagna matriarch fell dead, shot cleanly through the heart. Okay, very cool. Unstoppable shot. So it does reduced base damage, but it attacks in a line. I like that. That sounds really fucking cool. And it has additional armor piercing. Gotcha. That's interesting. Let's see what the... Okay, so armor piercing and unstoppable shot. We've got hollow shot. Interrupts on crit, or mournful toll, raw bleed damage over 12 seconds for scoring a crit. Either of those could be good. Reduce reload time, or increased damage. That's really interesting. It's kind of like a shotgun, truth be told. Still does piercing damage. I wish she had other options. Sit on that for now.
Okay.
And then we get a level on Palagina. So, what's Palagina doing? It is level 13! She finally gets her fucking Conqueror stance, I believe is what her plan is going to be. So that is increased. She has increased deflection and accuracy, and while she is hurt or above, she has more accuracy. While she's bloodied or below, she has more deflection. I think that is the overall plan. We could go mob stance though. I think we want Conqueror stance. Okay, so immediately into Conqueror stance. Also have tough, uncanny dodge, superior deflection. Just a base deflection boost. And armored grace, minus 25 armor recovery penalty. That's pretty good, actually. Okay, what else do we have? Looks like it's just passives now. Tough, uncanny luck, righteous soul, immunity to disease and poison attacks. I don't really care about that per se. Practiced healer, probably gonna just take uncanny luck, I think. Seems like the go. Uncanny luck. An arquebus hitting in an AoE, that's unique. Yeah, right? It definitely feels like it's basically just like a shotgun.
I'm listening.
Yeah. With so it having less damage overall, but being able to hit multiple targets in a line seems pretty like shotgunny. Which is odd because there are actual like blunderbusses, which are definitely shotguns. So it's definitely an interesting scenario. I'm concerned that it might be a little difficult to utilize. It's definitely going to be really position based. And considering we already have the red hand, which is really, really strong, I'm not sure it's going to be worthwhile to really use. So. But we'll play around with it a little bit and see how it goes. Alright, that quest is done. Now we go up to see the Hazanui and see what the next quest in this line for the RDC is. And then we have to head over to the Valian Trading Company and turn in that side of things. Okay.
Atsura tells me you tamed the storms of Poko Kohara.
She scratches her chin with the stem of her pipe, watching you with new interest.
Makes a person wonder what kind of secrets lie in Andra's mortar.
She takes a thoughtful puff of her pipe. Why do you say that? She grins, smoke curling between her teeth.
Don't tell me you've never gazed at a horizon and wondered at what lies beyond.
Absolutely.
Or seen a no trespassing sign as a challenge.
Perhaps. Mischief tugs her smile across her broad jaw. In that moment, she somehow looks younger. I think I'm gonna go with 2. Passionate answer. Nothing is more thrilling than the call of the unknown.
That's the spirit.
She claps you on the back, her wooden hand clopping against your shoulder. Seraphin whistles innocently.
Rautai's storms have made us who we are as a nation. Hardy, driven, inventive. But they've also held us back. Forced our people to seek resources and livelihoods far from our homes and families. Imagine how much more we could achieve if we could control those storms.
Her bright eyes watch you for a reaction. Oof. You think something in Andra's mortar will help you with that?
Why not? The storms there cannot be natural. Not when they are so ferocious, so constant.
She motions to the window. A thin stream of smoke follows her gesture.
And your exploits at Poko Kohara suggest that something else may be behind them. But enough of that for now.
She waves the smoke between you away. Atsura said you needed my help.
There's an understatement.
She knocks the bowl of her pipe against her wooden hand.
The trouble in Hasango forced us to send additional ships back to Rawatai to make up for shortfalls.
It's funny, I think we haven't completed Hasango yet, but the game probably assumes that we have already.
And storms at home have delayed another portion of our fleet. This leaves us short-handed here.
She purses her lip with displeasure. You asking of me? I've got an expert crew and a ship that can handle anything out here. What you call that's a good. If this is what you call shorthanded, I'd love to see what you consider full capacity. No, we're gonna be I think we're gonna be open. I've got an expert crew and a ship that can handle anything out here.
I have no doubt.
Maya cocks her head and listens.
We're due to collect a special shipment for delivery to our port at Sayuka. We've contracted with a captain named Widla.
A flicker of distaste passes across her face.
Meet her, complete the trade, and take the cargo to Sayuka. Fleet Master Okaya is overseeing the development of some special projects there.
She takes a thoughtful drag on her pipe as she looks at you, seemingly deciding what to say.
She's one of the brightest minds in Rawatai, and it shows. You two will get along.
Her amusement manifests in the barest lift of her eyes.
Most of her work is, or should be, under wraps for now. But perhaps she can give you a taste of what we have to offer.
Widla and her crew, who are they?
Good sailors with a fast ship and no mind for questions.
See, I ask questions. I'm not a good courier. She chomps a little harder on the bit of her pipe.
Will to be flying Principe colours. On occasions, she ain't flying force. One of the young bloods.
Ah.
Along with half the population of this storm-tossed archipelago.
Shakes her head.
I understand you're cozy with the Principe. I've got no love for pirates, but that connection may serve you well here.
Why don't you send Widla's crew to Sayuka? Her laugh sounds like a grunt.
Let's just say, I'm not keen to invite them to a port where we're developing experimental technologies.
They're smugglers.
Along with half the population of this storm-tossed archipelago.
Reused line. That's actually pretty rare in this game.
I understand you're cozy with the Principe. I've got no love for pirates.
What's the
But
shipment?
that connection may... It'll be easier for Okaya to explain.
She puffs a thick cloud of smoke between the two of you. She doesn't break your gaze, but the effect is almost the same. Say... It's important, I can handle it. What's next?
Widla's agreed to meet our courier out at sea, away from the heaviest traffic.
She gestures on her map to the open water west of Nekataka.
This is her payment. We've already negotiated with her.
She hands you a purse.
Fleet Master Okaya will see to your compensation once you arrive with the cargo.
She watches you appraisingly.
This is the kind of job that's best completed quickly and quietly. I'm counting on your famous discretion. Clear skies.
See, this is where I'm like, y'all shipping some people, ain't ya? This is no bueno. Calm seas. Like, I can all but guarantee that this is real fucking bad. Ugh. Damn it, y'all. Damn it! Alright. Okay, so I think we're gonna head to the
The Juana have done well in this
PC
harsh
side of
environment.
things?
You must concede that.
They were before they gave their territory to the Valians.
Ah, forget that I spoke.
Alright, VTC's time. Ooh. Did we complete? Yeah, we already completed. Lara State. Really? We can't go to the VTC directly? No. Traveling in the slums of Nekataka when the streets suddenly become barren. Alright, who's gonna try and fuck with me now? The cliffs high above through the narrow alleys and tunnels of Nekataka's ghettos into darkness even in midday. The reek of rotten fruit mixes with the noisome scent of dead fish, swaddling you along with 100 other lesser filthy fragrances. Your footsteps echo in the darkness, piercing the otherwise silent slums. Nice neighborhood, Maya clicks her tongue, bidding Ishiza to stay close. You turn a corner and walk into a plaintive cry. Help! Misshapen shadows mix with low hissing and the skittering of claws on filthy stone to resolve into a pack of scolder. Their glistening maws float in the black, and cave grubs wriggle about their legs, mandibles snapping as if to mangle the air. On the far side of the creatures, a small girl, dressed in the rags of Juana, grips a gleaming sword in both hands. She brandishes it wildly at the scolder, each swing of the blade releasing a howl that keeps the beasts at bay. They creep ever closer to her, however, and her eyes plead with your own. Please! Yeah, let's try to draw their attention. It's the benevolent option. Draw the beast's attention. Ekataka, minor positive. Pelagina. With a resounding shout, Pelagina rushes into the fray. The Scolder flinch and turn on your crowd. They growl hungrily as they charge forward. Fuck yeah. Let's fight some Scolder! Watch it be like 50,000 Scolder because we're playing, we're playing with everything turned up. Oh, hey, it's Cave Grubs as well. Ooh, wonderful. Okay, what are we doing? Look, whatever. I'm just gonna let them, I'm just gonna let it run. We'll just see how it goes.
It is no use. I cannot get through.
You haven't even attacked yet. What are you talking about?
Still got it.
This will not
Kusi. Oh, there's actually a girl here.
Something's wrong with me.
It makes no difference.
Nice. Oop.
What say?
Drop this, shall we?
Ixiano!
That were a beaut.
Just like that.
Stand together!
See us, me too.
That's embarrassing.
It makes no difference.
Nice. Assassinated with the fucking with the fires. Okay, I feel like I need to get rid of.
What say?
I feel like I need to get rid of Conjure Lesser Blight because the AI just really prioritizes summoning creatures. Really prioritizes it. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It does add, additional health into the fight or other targets. That's not bad, but... Holding his arms, Takehu opens his mouth to speak, but stops himself. He bites his lower lip and regards Maya thoughtfully.
Stop acting like a fish out of breath and say what's on your mind already.
Maya's tone causes Ashiza to perk at attention. Something the matter, Takehu?
Akara, but my words are for the gun-toting company spy. The dignity of the tribes runs through your blood, I say. But you disrespect our people at every turn.
Are they gonna do the breakup thing? I thought I had avoided this, but with the whole recent him finding out she's assassinating people, that might have gone too far. Takehu stares Maya down. She meets his gaze with a slow nod. Maya pinches the bridge of her nose.
Someone told me the water shapers controlled their emotions better than this. Guess they were off.
Takehu furrows his brow, sighing through his nose.
If what I say disturbs you, ask yourself why before you paint me as the hypocrite.
Maya shakes her head and then lets out an airy breath through her nose. Takehu, I think Maya is just trying to get a rise out of you.
She believes every word. I say the poison drips through her friendly smile.
I can't decide if you're upset because I'm some kind of race traitor or because the Huana are an embarrassment to these isles.
Jesus Christ, Maya. Takehu folds his arms and watches carefully. Let's just try to stay focused on why we're here. That goes for you too, Maya.
While we stand around wasting all this time, a god probably just stepped on Fishboy's village.
Maya folds her arms and chuckles, but a dawning realization stops her.
Wait, Takehu, I didn't mean...
Yeah, you did. You're kind of a bitch sometimes. Covering his mouth, Takehu turns away and squeezes his eyes shut, stifling a sound of anguish that rises from his throat. A shadow passes over Takehu's skin, and his hair begins to drip ink. What starts as a trickle increases in volume until steadily black rivulets cascade down his neck and shoulders like a wall of tears. That's so very disgusting. Seen that happen before. You alright?
I'm fine.
He speaks into his hands, avoiding your gaze.
It's just ink. Normally, I am able to control it. But in times like these...
He gestures off into the distance, silently pleading for a change of topic as he chokes back something unsaid. Maya frowns, but does not speak up. Yeah, they are, I'm assuming, really not doing good. Check. Reputations. -2. Oofa doofa. That's no bueno. I think if they get to like a 3, they'll cause a fight and leave. Let's check. Companion relationship. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, we're already at very negative. Yeah, look at all these minuses. Holy shit. Oof. Oofa doofa. Alright. So I'm assuming that we just hit the very negative threshold. A relationship threshold is the current standing of the relationship and is determined by the relationship score. Whenever the threshold changes, a new set of dialogue is triggered for that threshold, but only once per threshold. See that? Note the table below. The decimal relationship threshold value is multiplied by a scale of 200 to get an integer. Blah, okay, whatever. The current threshold is determined by a check to see which is higher, starting from the most extreme. Play is, okay, blah, 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 blah. So, alright, that's all well and good, but I'm curious are there going to be problems? which can force companions to leave the party. Yoy! Okay, well that's kind of shit. Huh. I think this is one of the reasons why I had, in previous games, always either brought Adair or Shodi with me. Because Adair and Shodi have much more passive personalities. They're much less likely to get into issues with each other. And then you can split off people like Maya and Takehu so that they're not interacting with each other. But since we've been bringing Maya with us the entire time, that means that we're running into more issues with that side of things. I might have to stop that. I might have to bring Shodi or Adair for a while, and then just stick Maya in the Aloth Shodi party, basically. I don't really want to do that, but I also really don't want to lose. It looks like the only person I'm potentially close to losing is Takehu. We're getting there with Pelagina. Weef. Everything is worse. Like, they just hate each other. Pelagina actually likes. It's funny that they actually tend to like each other. So maybe we put Takehu in the Aloth Shodi Adair set, and we can just bring Shodi with us as a healer. Not that it's really required, but it's nice. Thoughts and plans. Okay, so hopefully we don't have to worry about it right now.
Indeed.
A bunch of different loots.
Yes, Captain. Next time, a challenge.
Now let's talk to this Kusi. The girl panting before you, draped in tattered Raparu robes, bears a few bruises and cuts, but looks otherwise unharmed. Beads of sweat commingle with trickling blood from her forehead. Finally, relaxing, she lowers the sword she's been swinging, letting the edge rest in the dirt. The pommel bears the form of a dog's head.
Thanks, stranger. Don't think I could have made it without you.
Lucy smiles, eyes gleaming in the gloom. You're lucky you're not dead.
I know. But isn't that true of most folk who aren't dead?
That's true.
Anyway, I think you should have this. For what you did, and for what you can do with it.
But you were doing so much good with it. She kneels, wipes the blood off the blade, and slides it into its scabbard before proffering it to you. Most Huana in the Gullet don't have your grasp of Adiran.
That's Father's doing. He traveled all over and he insisted that I learn Adiran, Valian, and Rawatayan.
She puffs out her chest.
I even know a few phrases in Anutanic.
Damn. Ooh, you should keep the sword. Oof, oof, oof. Alright, let's see who Kusi is. What's going on here? She will offer you Griffin's Blade if you manage to survive her, or keep her alive, basically. Griffin's Blade. Okay. just gonna accept it. Thank you, I'll use this blade well.
No, thank you for coming along when you did. And what's more, for helping.
She bows her head. As you take the sword from her, the girl steps back. You've gained the item Griffin's Blade.
I truly appreciate what you did. Not everyone in Nekataka steps in for a neighbor. I need to be getting back to Mother, though.
She grimaces down at one of the dead Skulder.
I probably shouldn't take home Skulder meat, should I?
She muses. I mean, I could absolutely give you a shit ton of food.
You need some, that will do.
You want like 20,000 gold? Like, I mean, goodness, I feel bad about that type of shit. Griffin's Blade. Alright, it is a one-handed sword. Exceptional, it has Howling Blade, 50% chance to daze, target, and nearby enemies on crit. And it grants Loyal Companion. The Spirit of Griffin bolsters the party's courage, grants Steadfast to the wielder and nearby allies when the wielder is bloodied. This bronze sword is not associated with a great smith, but with a modest artisan. The young craftswoman, noted for her talent at engraving and jewelry, received the unfinished blade from her local lord with a commission for a brass crossguard and pommel. Elated at the trust shown with her talents, the artisan worked tirelessly to complete the order. As she etched and polished, her faithful dog Griffin stayed at her side day and night. As days turned to weeks, the artisan began to forgo food and sleep in her effort to fulfill her commission. When she became discouraged, Griffin, her ever-faithful companion, was there to encourage her with a nuzzle and loving lick. One day, while working, the artisan looked down at her feet to find her beloved canine companion cold and still. That's fucking sad. Christ. Also, how long does it take you to finish the freaking crossguard of a sword that you and your dog nearly starved to death? Or, well, one does. Griffin had died, curled at her feet, faithful to the last. Heartbroken, the artisan decided to commemorate the hound on the piece into which she had poured her heart and soul. She crafted the pommel into Griffin's likeness, taking some comfort in knowing that when the Lord carried his sword, he too would always have a loyal companion at his side. That's fucked up. That's fucking fucked up. I am very sad. Hound's Courage. Plus 10 damage. Ooh, 10% damage with spells and 5 will. Nice. Minus 10% damage taken from melee attacks and 5 fortitude. That's pretty good. And then speed is 10% action speed and 5 reflex. Hound's Resilience might actually be one of the best mitigation tools in the game. That's really well done. Actually. Cool. Cool. Okay.
Yours to command, Captain.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, so the plan would be drop Takehu, pick up Shodi, and then use Shodi at all times and stop using Maya at all times. Man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay. What do you have to do to lose companion? Ah, that's true. One of the things that bugs me most about the companions is how polarized they are. Also true. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I could just not worry about Okay, fuck. Trying to weigh my decisions here. So if I were to lose, all right. So if I go, for instance, RDC,
Yes, Captain.
then Maya is the one I want to keep anyways, and I would probably lose Tekehu and Pelagina. So it's kind of a whatever. So
At your service.
I guess
Akira, it is no problem.
I'm just not gonna worry about it, because I think I am gonna go RDC this game. Issues.
The pleasure is mine. Yes, Captain.
Ah, good, you're back. I hope you had a pleasant voyage.
Alvari looks up from her papers, giving you her full attention. I found the Audra
Ah. Before you get too far on the way, I think you ought to come with me. Director Castol will want to hear from you in person.
In dialogue. Ooh. Ooh, I just burped a boo. Ooh, burp. Goodness gracious. Ha! Where's my cat? Odysseus! I know you're over there, Lippo. Ooh, the dryer? You hanging out in the dryer? The man who rises to greet you has a tidy, scholarly bearing, only emphasized by the thin-framed lenses he pushes farther up his nose. He clasps his hands together, offering you a smile equal parts polite and relieved.
Alvari tells me you were kind enough to look into this business on Pococahara for us. I hope you bring good news.
Only if you consider losing your people in the Audra Pillar good news.
Yet another sizable investment lost to the desert winds.
Alvari darts a sidelong look at Castol, her lips pursing.
It is unfortunate, but the risk was always there. There will be other opportunities. The expedition itself. Beza and her people. What happened there?
They died in the ruins at Pococahara. The defenses were too much for them.
A sorry end for such dedicated individuals. How very fortunate that you lived to tell their tale. I believe I can take things from here, Alvari. Agrasima. The Watcher and I have more business to discuss. Oh, and do pay the man for his trouble first.
Alvari wordlessly hands you a coin purse. She bows stiffly, then turns to depart. You gain 1,700 copper. Woohoo!
I thought it best I speak with you face to face. Watchers are not so numerous here in the Deadfire, especially those of such storied backgrounds as yourself. I'd read much about your exploits alongside the Crucible Knights in Defiance Bay. Their little experiments. And I think that we are, each of us, in a position to offer each other something that we cannot find elsewhere. The Valiant Trading Company has had a presence on this island for nearly a century now. We have the greatest fleet on the seas, the support of the richest men and women in the world. What can the Royal Deadfire Company offer? A soldier's wages, so that you can elevate the fortunes of a distant king?
Versus elevating the fortunes of distant rich people?
And the queen? A place in the Kahanga tribe among all the rest of these neglected people. You've lived outside the caste system all these years. Are you eager to return to it? I can give you money, fame, certainly. But the men and women of the company, we set our aims high. And if I only wanted to offer you work as an Adra inspector, I would have let Albari deal with you.
I kind of just want to hit him with the, I'm the Herald of Berath. I think I'm gonna. I'm the Herald of Berath. Such tasks are beneath me.
Yes, yes, of course. That is my thinking exactly. The Valiant Trading Company has maintained an outpost here in Nekataka for nearly a century now. It was only 2 years ago that we discovered the effects of Luminous Adra with the aid of our animancers and several watchers. Flaune Alette has continued to study the potential of Luminous Adra in all manner of advances. Why content ourselves to sell all this Adra as a luxury when we might use it to change the world? Your gifts, Watcher, open doors that would otherwise remain entirely closed to us. I cannot help but think that your arrival here is the very best of fortune. Alette has been eagerly awaiting the opportunity to work with someone just like you. Her experiments have been tremendously promising. I beg you, speak with her.
I can do that.
Good, good. I do not expect you to do this out of charity, of course, but I have made it clear to Alette that you are to be compensated.
Sure.
You will find Alette at the top of the spire of the Soul Seers, a tower once dedicated to Helia. That you will find in the Sacred Stair district, just north of here.
Cool.
Areta Gori, I will look forward to your return.
Good luck. Golden wishes. That's cool. Wait.
You need something. No need to ask twice.
All right. Shit. We've got both of those things done. We should check our quest log and see what all kinds of quests we have open to us. Boot, 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 boot. Boot, 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 boot. Okay.
So you
we
served
have
in the sorcerer, but you weren't too keen on slavery.
Aye, we all were. The sorcerer hunted every slaver we heard tell of.
I thought I heard... it's nothing.
Speak your mind.
Kinda interested in that conversation. Okay, what do we got? We've got Distant Light, Hasongo, which we're supposed to do forever ago. Harbinger's Watch, not doing that until later. This is Mutario Cozy. Dunnage. Got the Launalette. Widla. Got Bounties, the Lantern of Gone. So we need to go to the Temple of Gone to do a cleansing anyway. We need to go to the Spire of the Soul Seers to speak with Jacalo. So I think we might pop out and grab. So we want Palagina, and we want Shodi for Man of Chimes and Lantern of Gone, because we're going to the same place there. We could go ahead and do the Sorceress and the Gentleman. Well, we could just make it a Nekataka stream, you know? Where's Jay when we need him? Hey, we're playing in Nekataka. And then we could bring in, I don't know, whoever else. It doesn't really matter. I feel like maybe if we're in the area, we could go ahead and do Archmage's Vault. We could bring in Aloth. That would be fun. So we'd have... that's quite a bit of melee. I mean, it's still very possible.
Yours to...
I guess, honestly, I could just do whatever. Let's... grab Shodi. Kick out Takehu, grab Shodi real quick. What's going on, game? Oh, nothing? Okay. Alright, I feel like maybe we kick out Takehu and grab Shodi real quick. Let's just do the whole party. Fast. Grab everyone. We'll pop back up to the Sacred Tower. We'll just head immediately to the Temple of Gone. We'll just do this in chunks. And if we end up losing a person, we end up losing a person. I mean, I would prefer not to do that, but with the realization that once we hit too far, we're gonna lose people anyways once we hit too far in quest lines.
So
Hey!
you're the commander of the Iron Flail?
Were you looking to enlist?
We've got level on Adair. Athletics. Travel. He wants mob stance. And this one's actually gonna be tough. I guess deep wounds potentially. Or we could just go uncanny luck, an additional 5% hit to crit. And real talk, everything's basically the crits. So the concept, again, that we have with the dare is blinking in and basically just immediately fucking someone with like a full attack backstab. So yeah, I feel like uncanny luck probably is the best situation there. Full penetrating strike.
This is something I can do.
Okay. Did we need to change anything there, by the way? Oh, right. Did we want to do... we've got Men's Fortune currently. Do we want to toss Marux on him? We could try. Matters. Put Marux on Shodi. remember what Marix did. Look that up real quick. Marix Amant, as a priest, you have a 10% chance to repeat attacks after 0.5 seconds with priest spell. So I think it's... Oh, right. It's +2 pin for a rogue at the start of combat. I don't know, it's pretty interesting. I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll put it on. Maybe I'll put it on Shodi and try that. Cause I like it's probably gonna be good on Adair, but I don't. It doesn't matter. Let's try Shodi. Be fun. I also think her fucking sickle is kind of whatever. Find soul, yes. Okay, we have to deal enough burn damage, which is gonna happen basically just by hitting. 10% chance to do a burn AoE. Cool. Oh yeah, we don't care about either of those. Yeah.
Hey, sure.
All right, so we need to
Here's where I do the ritual. Right there, under the statue of Gon.
Yeah.
Happily.
Rubbing the back of her neck self-consciously, Shodi casts her gaze to the side.
Nothing like a homecoming to make a girl remember her roots, even if they are dried up and half dead.
She sighs, nudging a bit of mud from her boots before she lifts her face to settle on you with her big dark brown eyes. Adair glowers nearby.
Sometimes I wonder if my brethren don't think I got black ichor running in my veins.
They just don't know your value.
Why are you so fine to me, Watcher?
I try to be a nice guy, period. She shakes her head hard.
Makes me think untoward things. Gives me notions I don't need to be getting. I can't risk straying when I got a duty to Gon.
Aloth hums approvingly. Maya thumbs her chin, nodding. Speaking of Gon.
Yeah?
She cants her head to the side.
Lay it on me.
Why are you gathering souls into your lantern?
I was born to reap souls and lead them to the light.
Aloth flashes a quick, pleasant, pleased glance. Maya smirks and folds her arms.
Now with Aethys dead, and these dire visions, I think I need to shield them from a hell gone dark. But the more I gather, the more my mind turns to tatters.
What if you didn't collect souls anymore?
That ain't gonna happen.
Grinding her teeth, she shoots you an incredulous expression.
You'd ask me to turn my back on my god?
Remind me the differences between Gon and Aethys.
Aethys is dead, and Gon is the death before life. He's the ripeness before the fall.
She raises her sickle, turning the blade to catch the light of her lantern as if in demonstration. But we know Aethys isn't dead.
That lumbering hunk of Audra might claim to be Aethys, but that doesn't matter a whit.
She shrugs.
He died, so he can't be Aethys anymore. Death changes every soul, even a god's. And if it doesn't, it should.
Okay. The Dawn Stars are all about goodness and light. Why are you so concerned with death and darkness?
Why do you think the god of rebirth held an aspect of death within him? You can't have life without dying. There ain't no beginning without a prior ending. Ain't no day without night, no spring without fall. You can't grow crops if you never harvest for seeds.
Right, we came to cleanse your soul.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready. I've done this before, but never with such a full lantern. You may want to stand back. The experience can be somewhat intense.
Kneeling before the statue of Gon, Shodi set her lantern between her knees. Head bowed, she presses both palms into the copper cage. A low chant lilts from her lips. As it grows louder, the light from her lantern grows brighter, as does the lantern that the statue of Gon holds in one skeletal hand. The two lights pulse in rhythm with the chant, resonating with each other, twin heartbeats that pound faster and stronger, until the light from Gon's lantern bursts outward in a shower of violet-hued rays. Blech. The essence bathes Shodi's bent form, making her jolt upright as a cry escapes her.
Don't know if I feel cleaner, but I feel something. Blessed for sure.
Shodi offers you a half smile as she retrieves her lantern, trembling fingers curling against the gleaming metal cage.
Let's just hope it lasts, because my lantern feels as heavy as ever, full to brimming with essence, like dark water spilling over my mind.
Let's be off.
All right, I'll be right behind you.
Actually, yes.
I was wondering if
we are in Nekataka. What's on your mind?
More of a who than a what. You might say a certain Neothasian who sometimes eschews the light, but's got a kind heart and a good head on his shoulders.
Shodi, you're literally asking me about everyone. Jeez. Her cheeks, pinkin.
Hey. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Happy to oblige.
Alright, I think that is it for this. Man of Chimes, Sorcerer and the Gentleman. I think we want to do... Okay, we're gonna head out to pick up the other crew. Specifically, we need Palagina and Seraphin, and then we're gonna go do the Sorcerer and the Gentleman in the bathhouse, as well as the Jacalo stuff here. Again, I wish I could just change parties wherever I wanted. That would be way fucking simpler. Right. Oh. Look at the time. So, that being said, we are going to grab a new party, head back, do the Soul Tower stuff, do the bathhouse stuff, but that will be on the next video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.